The following is a transcript of a conversation between Matías De Stefano, referred to as me, and his higher self, referred to as I am. 21st July, 2021. Existential. Me. If I am the universe, that being that searches in its unconscious, I ask myself, why do I exist? I mean, beyond searching, that the conscious has decided to investigate the unconscious. Why do I exist? I am. Define existence. Me. To be something or someone. To occupy a space in a specific time. I am. Therein lies the error of your concept of existence. At a previous time we have explained what it means to exist. Etymologically it comes from the words ex and stare, that is, to get out of where you are. Me. Like destiny. I am. While destiny describes departing from one place to go to another, existence describes leaving something previous without having to go anywhere. Me. It's like being born. I am. Exactly. Biologically, you exist from your father's testicles and you exist from your mother's ovaries. Subsequently, you exist at birth from your mother's womb. From there, a life of existence is written, in which life will always impel you to leave a previous place. Going out from one group to another, from one house to another, from one city to another. Life, then, is interpreted as a constant of existence based on fate. Me. Oh, now I understand both words. We have given these terms a poetic and intangible connotation, almost inexplicable, when in reality both are very logical things. What is existence? Well, the constant departure from a previous place, freeing me from the pressure of the previous place. I am. That is expression. Me. Sure. The expression is to get out of the pressure, as in the womb of a mother. When one feels pressured, one is driven to free oneself, get out. I am. The same thing happens when the soul is trapped in the body and its patterns. It will seek to express itself, and you call this emotion and creativity art. Me. Freedom of speech, then, is freedom of existence. I am. And it allows you to live the destiny, which is to go to a new position from which you were. Walk a path that leads you to face new adventures, risks. Going out to take a risk and trying something new is experiri. Me. Experience. I am. And if you come out of the experience immutable, if in the face of risk, instead of breaking, you have joined parts that you had lost, then you will remain untouchable, something that in Latin you say intangere. Me. Whole. Integration. And in this union, in my unity, is that I can go beyond my level towards other overachievers, since I do not have to keep putting my parts together on the floor. I am. Transcendere, or go beyond. Me. Transcend. I am. Transcendence is one of the most important aspects of existence. For to exist, you need to get out of where you are to go through to the other side. Me. So why do we relate existing to being? I am. Ser y estar. To be and to stay. Represent the fact of occupying a place at a specific time. Time and space combined to create a tangent that will be called the self. But a being is regarded as such because of its movement. In ancient times, you could not understand the idea that someone was already from the cellular level, and even the sexual act was not related to pregnancy, since it was not noticed until after the 3rd or 4th month. For this reason, until they saw the human itself, after childbirth, it was not considered as a being, for something simple and very logical. Before it was not, and now it is. Me. Sure, very simple. Before it was not seen that there was a human, then it was simply not there, and at birth, in an instant, it is. I am. Therefore, the fact of leaving from to being here gives the sense of ex stare, that is, existing. Me. The idea that something exists, then, starts from the idea that something is, here and now. So when we say the question, does God exist, or the statement, God exists, neither is correct. I am. Well, it will all depend on what God is to you. If God is love, and you love, then God exists. If God is a bearded Lord who lives in the clouds and is invisible, then God does not exist. Simply because you've never seen it, it was never there. Me. This explains the fact that there is no such thing as what I do not see. I am. Existence is illogical logic. You can understand that there are atoms, but it will be impossible for you to experience them through your senses. Nature only gave you 5 senses to perceive the world, and in none of them can you directly experience the existence of subatomic particles. You can only experience the magnetic forces that they produce in their interaction. That is, what you feel as cold and heat, touch, taste, sight, smell, hearing. The existence of an atom, then, is relative, since the methods to verify its existence are not available to all humans. Me. This doesn't mean they don't exist. I am. Of course not. But you cannot experience its direct existence, only indirect, through the senses. Therefore, for every direct existence of something invisible, imagination is used, which can lead them to beliefs, and which gives us the only existential response to faith. Me. So what defines the fact that something exists? I am. A consensus. A common agreement between different individuals. The agreement that allows us to take notion that things are there. Me. It's very strange to understand this. I am. From the laws of physics, you exist. You are here. From the laws of quantum, it is not understood why you are here. From a human's point of view, you exist. From the vision of an atom, you do not. A subatomic particle trying to see a human is like a human trying to look at the stars and see the whole universe. It is literally impossible, and in fact, most humans do not believe that there is life on other worlds, nor do they have any notion of how huge space is, believing that the stars they see are the confines of the universe, when they only represent a millimeter or a cell inside your body. The existence is undeniable, for the simple fact that you can think of it, but at the same time improbable because it depends on each point of view. Physics and quantum both exist and are useful in our current lives. However, for physics, quantum is illogical, and for quantum, physics is unfeasible. Me. Sure. This is complicated, because in the end, I don't know if I exist. This leads me to an undoubted existential crisis. I am. I think, therefore I am. Thought is the only proof that you exist. The only key that allows you to investigate your existence is thought, and thought is the interpretation of reality. The human believes himself to be the only thinking being, but in reality there are different types of existential thinking. Plants, animals, minerals, all form existential networks in which a consciousness interprets its atoms, making them possible. The human has developed another type of consciousness in which he observes himself, thinks himself, something that leads to flexing on himself, that is, reflecting. The attribute of reflection allows the human to inquire about his existence. And the relentless search for what she means is an eternal adventure. From this goes the attribute of existence, in existential consciousness. Me. What is that? I am. It is the quality of discerning about those things that are and those that are not. On the path of the awakening of consciousness, many of you tend to stop believing in the things you see, to start believing in the things you do not see. In awakening, an illogical quantum reaction occurs, which physics does not know or cannot accept. Why would anyone believe that what their 5 senses recognize is actually a hologram, and that absolute truth is found in what their senses are unable to register and about which there is no proof? Me. How to believe in spirits, gods, aliens, dimensions. That is, in everything we have talked about and feel. I am. Exactly. In a human life based on physics, on the body, a being can only rely on what the 5 senses show him and on what he can experience with them and their study. Me. I believe in what I see. Seeing is believing. I am. But physics itself disarms this thesis, since the senses are a useful construct for the development of atoms, when in reality, 99% is emptiness, and everything we consider existing is actually a hologram. Me. So, I am. That believing in what you see is also an illusion, and in reality nothing has ever really existed, for there has only been the magnetism that builds the senses. Therefore, when a person moves towards that 99% and connects with the totality of the void, he realizes that the truth is invisible to the senses, imperceptible, that what allows us to recognize existence is empty space, in the same way that we can see the brightness of the stars thanks to dark space. Thus, in awakening, one ceases to believe in what his senses give him, to believe only in the hidden, what he does not see. Me. I see a but. I am. But. Me. I knew it. I am. The habit of the senses in biology causes one to project preconceived patterns into the void. Thus, it transfers to the invisible the structures of the visible, creating kings of the heavens, social strata in the dimensions, very humanized extraterrestrial societies, cosmic organizations similar to a republic or kingdom, with positions and leaders, soldiers and workers, and of course, conspiracies. Me, which brings us confusion, perdition, because there comes a time when we don't know what to believe. I am. And worst of all, the invisible is improbable, and therefore can become an absolute truth, causing people to believe in things that don't exist. Me. Oh, I understand. So, how do you get out of this whole cycle? I am. Like I told you, existential consciousness. It invites us to recognize that everything in the universe is possible if imagined, that everything that comes out of the mind is itself an existence. The discernment of existence is the openness to recognize that, although everything is possible, I must recognize those possibilities in which I have chosen to move. Recognizing that nothing really exists doesn't mean you shouldn't value your body. Knowing that time is an illusion doesn't mean you shouldn't be punctual or sleep at night. Knowing that space is a hologram does not imply that you can jump and fly like a bird. Your consciousness, out of all the billions of options, chose to experience itself in this one that you are today, and recognizing that existence is the key to transcending a surpasser. Me. My atoms might have decided that I am a snail, but I ended up being human. I am. Each being exists as an anchor of emptiness to be able to express the whole. The potential of nothingness exists towards the development of the whole. The all is the playground and evolution of nothingness. Do not project onto emptiness or nothingness your ideas about the world you know. Well, they will never have a direct relationship. You live a dream come true. Me. And what I am here is my tool for that consciousness to manifest. I am. You are the root of existential consciousness. Every existential crisis you have is a respite for the soul that was caught up in its sensory beliefs. Dare to have these crises, to break the shell of blind faith in what you see and what you don't see. Break the barriers of your mind, but always keep in mind that you are a gigantic being existing in a tiny body. But this body is the only thing that has that gigantic spirit to recognize what it is capable of, to know who it is and the why of its existence. Me. Even though it does not exist, it is my existence that allows spiritual existence. I am. Stepping out of yourself to find yourself. Your destiny is none other than to exist. Me. Destiny is existence. I am. That's how you're ready to be born again. Me. To exist again.